Hello everyone. In this video, we'll take some of your doubts that have been asked by our students on our discussion board and we'll try to answer them here. So for the people who are not our subscribers or are new to our channel, you can check out our app APSCD, which is exclusively for civil engineering for your any exam preparation. We have various courses including single subject, multi-subject and complete study package. As mentioned here, we have subject wise packages, basic study package and premium study package. These are the features in different packages. We have complete video lectures, study material, doubt support. So as a part of the doubt support, we are conducting these doubt sessions. If you are one of the subscribers of any of these courses, you can also ask doubts, and if it is worth considering in a video, I'll probably solve it here. Apart from that, we have mock test, practice questions, study plan for organizing your time properly and giving you an insight that how many days are left and what pace you should follow for your complete preparation. Then there are assessment tests, formula cards for remembering the formula in less time, or always you can keep these cards with you and keep revising the formula so that in exams you remember all these formula properly. And after that, we also provide the interview assistance. So even if it is for MTech or for any PSU or any other government job, we'll give you that assistance also. So go check out our app on Google Play Store as well as our website apscd.in, where you can find all the details. We have free resources also. So you should go and check out our app as well as our website. So let's see today's questions. So this doubt that is asked by a student, this is from GATE 2020 from the afternoon session. So here this structure is given basically, and we have to find out the horizontal component of the reaction at S. So at this point, we have to find out the horizontal reaction. So if we read the question, it says joints I, J, K, L, Q and M of the frame are pins. So these I, J, K, L, Q, M, these are the pins, and then continuous members IQ and LJ are connected through a pin at N. So it says that IQ here, this is a one member. Similarly, LJ is a one single member, and these are connected through a pin at N. Similarly, JM and KQ, these are single members connected at P. And then there are some loads applied at these points. So we have to find out the horizontal reaction HS. Now, if we see this pin jointed structure, so here we can observe one thing, that first of all these supports are pin supports. So for that there will be two reactions at each support and there are four reactions, and we know there are only three equilibrium equations. So this is an externally indeterminate structure. At the same time, if we see the internal structure, so here these are not forming basic triangles, and we know in case of a pin jointed structure, triangle is the stable structure, and if it has quadrilateral form then it becomes unstable. So internally if we see, then internally this structure is unstable, and because of that, applying method of sections or method of joints for this question will not give the correct answer, because we cannot use it for unstable structures. Now for that reason, we can use here the principle of virtual work to obtain the reaction HS. So let's say first we are replacing this pin support with a roller, and instead of this pin support we are applying a horizontal reaction HS. So for this structure, after there is a roller and this reaction, so we know the structure has a tendency to move in the horizontal direction, and because of this reaction HS, it is staying in equilibrium. Now, as per the principle of virtual work, for a structure, for a body that is in equilibrium, for that body, if we give a virtual displacement, then the work done by the force is the net summation of all the work done is 0. Sigma u is equal to 0 as per the principle of virtual work. So let's say we are giving a virtual displacement, or in this case let's say we are giving a virtual rotation of theta to this member Ri and Rl, that is shown in the big image here. Ri and Rl, these are rotated by theta here. Now under the action of this rotation, what will be the displacement of these points? We'll be interested in finding out these different nodes here. With the help of that, we can find out the total work done, and that total work done should be equal to 0 as this system is in equilibrium. Now here we'll be interested in finding the horizontal and vertical displacements. The reason is that these loads here that are applied are either horizontal or vertical. So if we want to find out the work done, so we multiply the force to the displacement in the direction of the force. So if the load is vertical, then we need to find out the component of displacement which is in vertical direction, similarly in the horizontal direction also. So first let's see these joints I and L, what is happening here. So I is moving by some distance horizontally and some distance vertically, or we can say its net movement is something like this. So what will be the value of this green line? What will be this length? So we know for small angles this theta is considered very small, which is a virtual rotation. So angle is equal to arc upon radius. So from that we can see theta will be equal to arc length. So arc length here will be this green line that we are interested in finding out. Let's say that is x. So x upon radius, radius will be this side length. So horizontal and vertical distance here are 1 meter, 1 meter. So this side will be root 2. So this is root 2. So from here we get x is equal to theta root 2. Now for this value of x, we can find out the horizontal component of displacement and vertical component of displacement. So that value will basically be theta, because the resultant is theta root 2. So from here, if horizontal and vertical displacements are theta and theta, so we know the resultant will be root 2 theta or theta root 2. That is the value that we are getting. So from here we see that this point E, this point I is moving by theta horizontally and theta vertically. Similarly, same thing will happen for L. It is moving theta in the horizontal direction and theta in the vertical direction. Now let's move on to the next joint, that is joint N. So it was initially here and it is reaching to a horizontal point some distance away. So if the displacement of I and L is theta, so theta will be there for this part also, because this link Ln and In will basically, this point will completely shift by theta, but there is some rotation also of this arm In, similarly Ln, this rotation is also there. So because of this rotation, again one component of the displacement will come, and that will be equal to theta. With the similar calculation that we have done here, this will also come as theta. So from here the net displacement of point N is 2 theta, that is in the horizontal direction. Vertically, because L is moving upward and I is moving downward, so this N will not move vertically, that will remain in its actual place in the vertical direction. If we see, only horizontal movement of 2 theta is taking place. Now this is moving by 2 theta. Now if we move to these joints J and Q, so J and Q, if we see only individually J and Q, then these will be moving by theta. Similarly, this will be moving horizontally by theta and vertically by theta. But because N has moved by 2 theta, so the net movement from this origin, if we see, the net movement of J and Q will be 3 theta. So this is 3 theta. Then we come to P. Now for P it will be one more addition, that is 4 theta, that is 3 theta for the previous part and theta of its actual rotation. So 4 theta, then next one will be 5 theta, and for point S if we see, the movement will be 6 theta. So if we find out if we write the total work done, so total work done, I mean work will be done only by the points that have forces applied. So point I. Now for writing the work done under these points I, J and K. So here we can see the force is applied vertically. So the displacement that we will consider should also be the vertical displacement, and we know vertical displacement for all these points is theta. So it will be 10 into theta plus 10 into theta, I mean for respectively for I, J and K, plus 10 into theta. Then for point L and M it will be 10 into theta for L plus 10 into 5 theta, that is for M because its movement was 5 theta, minus, because the reaction is only causing the displacement in the negative x direction, other forces were causing the displacement in the positive x direction. So for that we had taken this positive, minus hs into 6 theta, that is the displacement of this point S after releasing, and that should be equal to 0 from the principle of virtual work. So we get hs as 90 theta by 6 theta. So from here this comes out as 15 kilonewton. So 15 kilonewton is the correct answer for this one. So this was a good question using the principle of virtual work. I mean using the principle of virtual work, it was easier to solve. In the next video, we'll come up with more such good questions, more such problems. Till then, keep watching our videos and share it with your friends also.